everyone, I'm Savannah. I am so glad you're here today. This is our last week in our Big and Strong series. We have been learning all about people in the Bible who were able to be courageous and strong. They were able to because they knew God and His love. They believed in God's strength and power. That's why our big idea today is, I can be courageous because God is the strongest. God is powerful and He loves us. We can live life courageously because we know that that way is better than any other. Plus, God is stronger and greater than anything we will ever face. Let's take a moment to sing a song. That song has words straight from the Bible. That means these words are from God and He tells us we can be strong and courageous. Let's sing it out together. Our Bible verse says we need to be on guard. That means we need to be on watch for things and people who are against God. But our verse does not say that we need to be fearful of these things. In fact, it says just the opposite. It says we can stand firm, be courageous, and be strong. We can do this because of God. He is awesome. Let's say our verse together. 1 Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." Now, we are going to watch our Bible story all about a guy named Elijah and God's strength. Let's watch and find out who Elijah was against and if he will do what the Bible verse says.
Slapstick Theater. Elijah on Mount Carmel. This is Elijah.
Heyo!
Elijah was a prophet in Israel during the reign of King Ahab. His job was to tell people what God wanted them to hear. This is King Ahab.
Whatever.
He came from a line of kings who did bad things, but King Ahab was the worst of them all. He led the Israelites to do evil things as well, and they turned away from God and started worshiping a fake god called Baal. God told Elijah to go speak with Ahab. Elijah told Ahab to bring all of Israel and the prophets of Baal to join him on Mount Carmel. So Ahab did as Elijah asked. Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, "If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him." But the people were completely silent. Elijah called for 2 bulls and told the prophets of Baal that they could choose the one they wanted to sacrifice to Baal. They could put it on the altar but not set fire to it. Elijah said, "I will prepare the other bull and lay it on the wood on the altar, but not set fire to it. Then call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by setting fire to the wood is the true God." And all the people agreed.
Yeah!
Elijah let the prophets of Baal go first.
All right, you first.
they prepared the sacrifice and called on the name of Baal from morning till noontime, shouting, "O Baal, answer us!" But there was no reply of any kind.
Hey!
Elijah began mocking them. "You'll have to shout louder. Perhaps he is away on a trip or is asleep and needs to be wakened." So they shouted louder and raved all afternoon until the evening. But still there was no sound, no reply, no response.
Hey man, come here.
Then Elijah called to the people. They all crowded around him as he repaired the altar of God that had been torn down and dug a trench around the altar. Then he had some men pour water on the altar 3 times. Elijah walked up to the altar and prayed, "God, prove today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Answer me so these people will know that you are God and that you have brought them back to yourself." Immediately the fire of the Lord flashed down from heaven and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the dust. It even licked up all the water in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell face down on the ground and cried out, "The Lord, He is God! Yes, the Lord is God!"
Can you believe that God showed up with fire? I don't know about you, but thinking about standing up against a king and the Israelites and everyone else that was there sounds pretty scary. But it was so cool how Elijah was still standing firm and standing up for what was right and true. He knew God was the strongest and needed to remind everyone of that. That is how he was able to have courage. Just like Elijah, I can always remember God and be courageous because of him. Now I'm curious what our friend Greg thinks of this Bible story about Elijah. I hope he doesn't set something on fire. We've met Greg before and joined him on his search for power. We've seen his love for reptiles. Now he's on a journey to get big and strong. Let's join Greg and his cameraman Dan as they go on a search for true strength and what it means to follow God. Check this out.
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm Greg, and this is Big and Strong. For the last few years, I've been lazy. I've been sitting on my couch, eating junk food, and playing video games. But today is a new day. All the hard work starts here, going to the gym. So follow me, Greg, and my cameraman Dan as we start this incredible transformation. Come on, Dan, we're going to the gym. Big and strong, big and strong. Come on, Dan. All right, friends, so today is leg day, which means it's time to feel the burn. And thanks to Dan, he lent me a pair of his virtual reality goggles. Now, what does virtual reality have to do with getting a good leg workout? Well, everything. These guys are gonna give me different scenarios to work out my calves, my glutes, my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes, my calves, my quads, and my quads, and my hamstrings. Now, we gotta dive into the virtual world, Dan, see what type of workouts we got going for us. Whoa! Oh, yeah, okay. All right, Dan, way harder than I thought here. I think it's got us in some sort of cage or something. Okay, all right. Oh, all right, workout number 1. Let's go. Whoa, Dan, we're hitting the jumps! Whoa! Dan, we're surfing! We're getting a good core workout! Whoa, Dan, we're hang gliding! It's beautiful up here! Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm hanging out with my dietitian, Billy. Billy, welcome back.
Greg, it's great to see you, man.
It's been a long time.
You know, you've made a lot of progress. You've cut out soda, sugary cereals, and fast food consumption.
Bill, to be completely honest with you, I don't even miss any of it, really.
None of it at all? Awesome, so you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables then, right?
Yeah, no, I actually haven't had a vegetable actually in 4 years.
Really, that's been a long time. You know, honestly, your body needs really good vegetables and greens every single day in order to operate at its maximum capacity. So right here we have a greens drink.
So there are vegetables in
the shake. So this is gonna have spirulina, barley wheat, wheatgrass, alfalfa, and all those hardcore vegetables that are really high in minerals and vitamins to help get you through your day.
And guys, Billy was actually teaching me this the other day. Vegetables actually grow in the ground. I just learned that. It's like a plant.
Right, so basically you're gonna be able to eat these vegetables. It's gonna give your body antioxidants to fight off disease. This is something that you're gonna be able to do every single day just to kind of help your overall health.
Good,
check that out.
I mean,
all right.
That's the thing, Billy, is that this all sounds really good and cool what you're talking about, but this is kind of scary.
But I want you to be really, brave here. Go out on a limb and do something that's good for your body.
Okay. Ooh, that's actually not bad.
So by drinking something like this, eating, better food choices and exercising every day, you're gonna build up a really good discipline and obedience, so that way your body's able to feel better each and every day, and you might actually even like the taste of vegetables.
Billy, I'm telling you, I think I believe you, and this stuff is good. I should have believed him before. I just had to be brave. Thank you.
Let's talk about, Greg.
Let's go get some veggies, huh?
Let's do it. Maybe like not even start out with hardcore like spinach and stuff, but how about some carrots?
Carrots sound good. They're like they look like a Cheeto, right?
They look like it, but totally different.
Perfect. There's probably a drive-through, right? We get like a fast food drive-through.
Actually, there's a place called the produce section at the grocery store. We can go there and you can go ahead and shop and find some good healthy vegetables.
So we got to go to the store to get the.
So I just got my carrot from the drive-through. These things are pretty good. We're gonna head back to the nutrition store. Let's go, Dan.
All right, so I just got back from getting carrots for the first time, and they are really, really good. They're like the same color of my shirt. They're orange like Cheetos, but you don't get any dust on your fingers. It's like the perfect food. And Dan, you liked them. Dan liked them too, so I think you guys should try carrots. They're really good. But Billy's advice, they really got me thinking, in a sea of man-made junk food, we still have healthy, natural alternatives like carrots. And God's given them to us. No matter what the world offers, God always has something better for us. In the Bible, Ahab, the king of Israel, rebelled against God, choosing to worship Baal, a false god. Now, God sent his prophet Elijah to teach Ahab a lesson. Elijah put Ahab's false god to the test. They would see who was more powerful, God or Baal. They went up to a mountain and built an altar. Now, Elijah let the priests of Baal go first. They called to Baal and asked him to light the altar on fire. This went on for hours and hours, but nothing happened because Baal wasn't real. During all this, Elijah poked fun at the priests, telling them that they would have to shout louder if Baal was going to hear them. Finally, it was Elijah's turn. He decided to add an extra challenge. Elijah ordered the priests to soak the altar with water. When this was done, Elijah called upon God, and instantly, fire shot down from the sky like a bolt of lightning. The altar was engulfed in flames. Immediately, everyone knew that the God of Elijah was the true God. God will always be wiser and more powerful than anything else in the world. Sometimes we might be the only one following him, just like Elijah, but that shouldn't discourage us. When we're surrounded by other people who live in ways that aren't pleasing to God, it's tempting to want to do the same thing. But just like how our bodies want us to be healthy, our souls ultimately want us to be obedient to God. It can be difficult from healthy disciplines like praying and reading your Bible, but the more you do it, the happier and healthier you'll feel. Just like working out, it took time. Now, eventually, people will notice the difference in us, and they'll wonder where it comes from. By obeying God, we can be a witness to other people, showing them a better way to live. Because we believe in such a powerful God who loves us, we can go through life courageously, knowing that God's way is better than any other way. Now, Elijah had complete confidence in God, and you can too. Now, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for joining me on my fitness journey. I think I've made a big change, and a big shout out to my cameraman Dan for coming along with me for the ride. I'm gonna keep working out and staying healthy, but more importantly, I'm gonna do my best to keep living courageously and living for God. And I think you guys can too. Remember, be encouraged and get motivated. We'll see you guys out there.
In the video, Greg reminds us that just like Elijah, we are surrounded by other people who are living in ways that are not pleasing to God. It takes courage to be different and stand up for what is right. God is stronger and greater than anything we will ever face. Elijah had total confidence in God, and we can too. I hope you had a great time learning about today's Bible story. It reminded us how strong God is. We can have confidence in God He can be trusted, He loves us, and wants good things for us. I'm so glad you joined me for Church at Home today. We'd love to see you in person at church too. Check out our campus locations and find a Saddleback Kids near you. Don't forget, we have some awesome activity sheets, coloring pages, and even some stuff for your parents online at saddlebackkids.com. Check it out, and we'll see you here next week. Bye!